Hi, my name is David Faulkner. I'm the executive manager and owner of Technical Training Mall, LLC. You can see my contact information there. Feel free to send me an email if you have any questions on the content of this briefing, or if you want to know what else the company can do, you're welcome to look at the company website. The address is up there, and hopefully you'll find what you need. If not, send me an email. I'll be happy to respond individually. Today, we're going to talk about the basics of commercial grade dedication. We're here today because the number of companies that provide nuclear grade or nuclear quality parts has seriously contracted over the last 20 years. It's relatively expensive to maintain a full-blown NQA1 QA program and apply it to a manufacturing process. And with little to no market, because we weren't building new plants and facilities, a lot of these suppliers smartly opted to not maintain those programs. However, over the last several years, commercial grade dedication and how it's performed has really come to the forefront. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission audit and inspections and the oversight performed by Department of Energy and in Department of Energy nuclear facilities both have shown there's an inconsistent approach to this issue. We're building new plants. There's a lot of new nuclear facilities being built as well. And in order to maintain the existing facilities, we have to have these nuclear grade components. In the past, we dedicated catalog items, but that's simply not broad enough today because we need to be able to engineer items that have unique functions and purposes within a facility or a plant. And that doesn't fit the definition of a catalog item because it's not offered outside of the nuclear industry. It's not needed. Both the commercial industry and government organizations have been grappling with this issue and, as you might imagine, have developed similar comprehensive approaches to the problem. Basic components are what we want to get. Basic components are items that have been shown they're adequate for use in nuclear facilities. Basic components are those that have been shown to have adequate assurance they will perform their intended safety functions on demand. Historically, basic components were procured from nuclear vendors meeting the requirements of NQA1. As we said earlier, since the number of suppliers has contracted so sharply, we're no longer able to meet our need for basic components, and so we needed an alternate way to do that. Commercial grade dedication is the alternate way that's been adopted, and it's performed to establish with reasonable assurance the acceptability of an item to perform its safety function. Commercial grade dedication is a simple process consisting of two parts. The first is a technical evaluation of the item, and then you follow that up by establishing specific methods of acceptance and acceptance criteria for that component. NQA1, subpart 2.14, which is commercial grade dedication, defines a basic component for us. And it says it's a structure, system, component, or part thereof that affects its safety function that was not designed and manufactured in accordance with the requirements of this standard, NQA1, or commercial grade items which have successfully completed the dedication process. NQA1 in subpart 2.14 also defines a commercial grade item, and that is simply a structure, system, component, or part thereof that affects its safety function that was not designed and manufactured as a basic component. So in other words, under NQA1, anything that is not manufactured as a basic component is considered a commercial grade item. When you need an item with a safety function, you have to make a decision as to how you're going to execute that procurement. Things you want to consider are vendor availability, when you need it versus when the vendor can actually provide it, and what's the cost. When you balance these out, the buyer may elect to procure an item from a qualified vendor if there's one available, or you can make a decision to purchase a commercial item and dedicate it. When you buy the item from an NQA1 qualified vendor, the supplier's quality assurance program provides the necessary checks to ensure that the item can perform its safety function on demand. You, as the buyer, can do in-process validation of the supplier's performance during item fabrication. The result of this is that the quality of the item or the service that you purchase is based on the acceptability and the implementation of the supplier's quality assurance program. When a commercial item is procured and dedicated, the quality of the item and the assurance it'll perform its safety function is established by qualifying each individual item, or if you have a large number, you can establish it for the set through statistical sampling. This qualification is performed to a standardized process defined in NQA1 2009, Subpart 2.14, which is commercial grade dedication. If you look at this pictogram, it basically shows what we've been talking about. Once you decide that you need to buy an item, now you see the two paths. You can purchase it from a qualified supplier, which will sell you a basic component. Or you look at the commercial grade item path to the right, and you have to perform a technical evaluation. You have to establish acceptance methods. You purchase the item, and then you subject it to acceptance testing. Those items that pass the acceptance testing now become basic components. Once it achieves that status, it no longer matters which route it was purchased under. It's considered a basic component and suitable for service in a nuclear facility. Thank you.